The state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump, they want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Infamous, show us that you're black again.
ICE, I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother.
Bro, I'm not in a zoo, man.
My people are suffering.
That's a black again.
Be like I'm some kind of zoo animal, man.
Might as well call Infamous Russell Wilson, goddamn.
Off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And how many more people are?
Uso, what are we here for?
Ladies and gentlemen, who are these people?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Black Panther, first of all, y'all haven't done anything since the 80s. And now you're trying to come and fight somebody else's fight. Like,
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
who are these people, ladies and gentlemen?
Just open-ended. Any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation?
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee. You know, everybody say her name, Renee.
Renee.
Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE. Right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they gonna get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because the revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice. You don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one. You know? So, and people worried about people being scared of him. Huey P. Newton also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here. Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us now, that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify and arm yourselves. And keep.
So what I'm trying to understand, ladies and gentlemen,
I be
is
trying to laugh with the bros.
why are we fighting somebody else's fight? That I'm just trying to put two and two together.
This mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power to the people. Where can people find you?
Immigrants who does not respect us and our lineage.
America is so desperate for us to get involved in this ICE fight. Yeah, I'm about to show you the Black Panther group, okay, that they presented. That's supposed to...
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
To be honest, that's not the Black Panther Party. It don't stand for none of the same things that our Black Panther Party stood for back in the days. They were out here protecting their own people, the people who needed to be protected. The that y'all are trying to protect nowadays don't need your protection.
You see on the news all the time, Renee. You know, everybody say her name, Renee.
Renee.
Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE.
Say her name was made for Black women who were constantly, still are, being overlooked in the criminal justice system today.
One more thing before I go to
Now, what's messed up what happened to that woman in Minnesota, but let the white people march and protest for that. Anytime a black person is harmed by law enforcement, they say they come up with some justifiable reason for why it happened in the first place. Right? So let white people defend Renee, rest in peace to her, but that's not our cause, that's not our fight. The Black Panthers are supposed to protect foundational Black Americans because we the ones who started this movement in the first place. So it's not about protecting illegals. Let those people protect themselves. Let the LULAC organization protect the Mexicans and Latinos. Let the Africans should have their own organization. My thing is this. Let me say this to you Africans. Stop claiming to be Black when it's convenient, when you can benefit from our programs and our policies. But whenever you guys get something cracking, you create things for Africans and Africans or Caribbeans only. See, they want to latch themselves on to Blackness when there's something convenient. The Black Panthers ain't got no business marching for foreigners or illegal immigrants. No business doing that. That's not our fight. That's not our struggle. It's a waste of time. It is a waste of energy. Foundational Black Americans should be our focus only. We should only be focused on FBA issues. Let everybody else fight their own battles. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
That Say Her Name is for Black women.
Hey, so I'm not trying to be rude at all, but Say Her Name is specifically reserved for Black women.
Let me tell you something. I'm not for the co-optation.
Shout out to Go Gadget, man, for blessing the super chat, for sure.
We're not doing that. Say Her Name is for Black women. This is something that people should not have to come on here and correct.
The Black Panthers are a cosplay organization. They get their vest on, you know what I'm saying? They grab a gun and they go out and they march in formation, but they've never actually completed a task for us that we've needed them to complete. I'm not talking about all these little liberal tasks that they be doing, tasks that help everybody. I'm talking about getting things done.
Paul Birdsong reporting for Active Community Defense Duty. Listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for Black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that.
No, that doesn't work. We don't stand up for all people. We stand up for ourselves. Do you see Asian people standing up for Black Americans in our struggle? No. Do you see Latinos fighting for FBA causes? I showed you what the LULAC organization had to say about Black folks. So the Black Panthers, we're supposed to fight for FBA and FBA only, not for immigrants, not for foreigners. Let those people fight their own battles. Caping for immigrants is not the way. None of these immigrants do anything for us. All they do is freeload off of our policies and struggles. They latch themselves on to our civil rights movement to benefit themselves. We ain't got no business caping for immigrants at all. I don't care what color they are. Foundational Black Americans need to fight for foundational Black Americans only. It is a waste of time and a waste of energy fighting and caping for illegals, caping for immigrants. The Black Panthers should have nothing to do with that. Let me tell you something. They need to rename this party. Stop calling it the Black Panther Party, because clearly that's not what it is. These people got a whole nother agenda.
We should not stand up against ICE because we're standing up. A lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for Black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party that said that. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than Black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together.
I want you to hear me say a rainbow coalition. Why don't you stop calling it the Black Panther Party? And I got to be real with you. Hispanics don't fight for Black people, and we don't need them to. We can fight our own battles, just like we don't need to fight their battles. Asian people don't ever fight for the civil rights of Black people. Immigrants don't fight for the civil rights of foundational Black Americans. We've been fighting for their civil rights. It is time for them to fight their own battles. We've already helped these people enough. The Africans, the Latinos, all these different immigrant groups have benefited from our struggles as foundational Black Americans. All these different immigrant groups have latched on to our civil rights to what? To benefit themselves. At some point, they got to start fighting for themselves. Stop fighting for people who don't respect you. Stop fighting for people who continue to disrespect you. At this point, it is foolish to be caping for immigrant groups or just non-FBA people, period. It is foolish to even do that, especially when you understand history. That has gotten us absolutely nowhere.
Coalition, which is a stand up for people other than Black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created.
First of all, why is the Black Panthers coming out for a white woman? I mean, rest in peace. She chose her own destination, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know in the comments your take on that. But it's called the Black Panther.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
The Black Panther, not the universal, not the red, yellow, blue. It's called the Black.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
And who are these new ninjas? Who are these people?
I be trying to laugh with the bros. I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Line up.
Yo, what? Hold on, we're gonna have to mute that.
I be trying to laugh with the bros, but
Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again,
when Asians fought for that hate crime bill, did they say, okay, we're going to fight for minorities? No, they said we're going to fight for ourselves. Asians were only thinking about themselves. So foundational Black Americans only need to fight for us and our causes only. Everybody else got to fight their own battles. I'm going to be quiet, man. This is just ridiculous. I'm going to let them talk. I'm going to be quiet. I want y'all to hear this foolishness.
At the community defense duty, listen, two things that I need to run by you. Thing number one is, a lot of people are saying that we should not stand up against ICE because we're standing for people that aren't us. And Black Panthers only stand for Black people. That is a lie. Huey P. Newton said that we are internationalists and we stand with all oppressed people no matter what color they are. That's the founder of the Black Panther Party. So everybody who's running around talking about Black Panthers don't stand up for people other than Black people don't know a damn thing about the Black Panther Party. That's thing number one. Thing number two, the Black Panther Party created something called the Rainbow Coalition, which is a coalition of Hispanics, Asians, whites, and blacks from all over the world working together to fight oppression. Again, Black Panther stood with the Mexicans, stood with the Puerto Ricans and the Dominicans, stood with the Japanese, the Vietnamese. We actually, the Black Panthers did a whole campaign to end the Vietnam War because they stood with Vietnam. So for you guys who are talking all of this gibberish about, oh, you guys aren't following traditions of the original, who do you think our leaders are? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther, right? Aaron Dixon is an original Black Panther who walked with Huey Newton. That's who we're. That's our leadership.
Shut your bitch ass up.
That was Fred Hampton's right hand man. So you guys sound stupid. To be honest, you sound like you don't really know what you're talking about. Doing a lot of hooting and hollering and don't really know what you're talking about. If you watch Huey Newton's speech, he specifically says, "We are not Black nationalists. We are internationalists, and we stand with all oppressed people across the globe, no matter what your ethnicity is." Come on, man. Y'all don't know what you're talking about. You telling us what we're supposed to be doing as Black Panthers, and you don't know the first thing about a Black Panther. All power to the people, though.
I saw this video. I'm going to play the video so y'all can hear some stuff off this clip because I got some shit to say. So y'all know the Black Panther Party, right? The new and approved Black Panther Party. To be honest, that's not the Black Panther Party. It don't stand for none of the same things that our Black Panther Party stood for back in the days. They basically mixed race now. There's a whole bunch of different races in the Black Panther Party. It should no longer be called the Black Panther Party if there's more than just one race in there. Y'all got Asians, y'all got mixed people. The dude that runs it looks like he's mixed. But listen to this shit here because I totally disagree with everything this man just said. Just listen.
Agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think
he's talking about the white lady.
And brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable.
Y'all protecting the wrong people.
We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day.
No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because the Black Panther Party back in the days was all black, copper-colored people. Hold on.
Right. Speak on that.
Let me pause this real quick. The Black Panther Party back in the days was all copper-colored people. They were out here protecting their own people, the people who needed to be protected. The mother that y'all are trying to protect nowadays don't need your protection. The Black Panther Party was never meant for us to protect everybody else. It was meant for us to protect ourselves because they weren't protecting us. So the Black Panther Party today needs to change their name because they're not the Black Panther Party.
Forces threatening the lives of federal police. Here are the Black Panthers.
I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line repair, safe line replace, that's what's gonna happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable.
Let's keep it a bean. What is the Black Panthers going to do to government officials? Like, that's like bringing a water gun to a knife fight. Like,
we hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for self-defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no.
we're a little bit more aggressive now. Stop the cap.
I gave it all for fantasy.
This man thinks he's more powerful than the Black Panthers back then, the true Black Panthers, the one that was fighting the KKK. Stop the cap.
How much I'ma spend profiling?
Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them, and it needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means
Make sure that you guys bless the like button for this content, man. Like, I never really paid these guys any attention, but people been sending me video after video, so I said, okay, we'll talk about it.
some shotgun shells to shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to survive, do not listen to that man.
To the pig.
So I just saw a video of a black brother.
This is ridiculous, man. Black people, man, we let people hijack everything we do. Everything we do, you got people trying to hijack it, trying to use it for their benefit, man. We got to shut this down. We need to come against this Black Panther Party. If you're not going to protect FBA and FBA only, we don't want nothing to do with these Black Panthers. You know, fighting for immigrants and their cause is just crazy in 2026. That's crazy. That is pure insanity. At some point, you got to learn from your mistakes to make progress moving forward. I'm just saying. One of the biggest mistakes we made as Black people in this country was caping for other groups, fighting for the rights of people who don't like us in the first place. Caping for immigrants and non-FBA people was one of the biggest mistakes that Black folks ever made in this country.
I don't know where he's at. He was heavily armed with an automatic shotgun. And he was representing the Black Panther Party.
Let me tell you something, Shay, you're dumb. I said black, that was a mistake. We should have never fought for the civil rights of other people. Nobody ever said that we didn't. So it's obvious that you're a terrible listener. You don't know what you're talking about. I said one of the biggest mistakes that our civil rights leaders made was caping for other groups, was caping for non-FBA people. That was one of the biggest mistakes we ever made. And we're not going to make the same mistake moving forward. Some people don't have common sense. They don't listen.
And his reason for saying that, you know, pretty much in the video was because ICE killed an unarmed woman, as we all know. And something in my spirit was just like, why, out of all the things that happened since like the 80s, why is the Black Panthers, you know, coming back now because of ICE? And ICE is not really, you know, after Black people.
Why, of all situations, there's so many events that happen from the 80s to current day. And now all of a sudden the Black Panthers are coming out looking like goofies.
Younger generation or just any generation.
Legally arm yourselves and unify or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, you know, everybody say her name, Renee.
Renee.
Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing. And they're not going to stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're going to get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right?
Shut your bitch ass up!
Per se, you feel me? Black Americans, like, shout out my Zos, but, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like the dude was like, you know, they coming back more aggressive. And, you know, I'm just making the observation and asking the question, what y'all think about this shit? Like, I think the government is just trying to put them back in play because they want us fighting.
Y'all, I don't know what the F is going on. I'm about to show you something. So, America is so desperate for us to get involved in this ICE fight that
shout out to the FBA riders out there, the people who really stand on business. Power to the people, power to the real people. Shout out to the Foundation of Black Americans.
They presented a Black Panther group. Yeah, I'm about to show you the Black Panther group, okay, that they presented. That's supposed to...
And on behalf of the Black Panther Party, well, this cop is a good cop and this cop is a good cop. Once they to the slave catcher patrol, and I take it, they call the police officers now, but their name is slave catcher patrol. That's what they is. That's what they always have been. Every black officer out there, shame on you. Know how the black police officer came into fruition?
Ma'am, who are these people? Now, before I get into it, I appreciate anybody who is trying to stand up for justice, okay? Whether they are pink, red, green, whatever, right? However, what the is this?
Power to the people. I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one,
Somebody said this dude ain't even FBA. Now, I don't know. Maybe he is or maybe he's not. I want y'all to hear what he had to say. Check it out. Make sure that you guys get them likes up, man. You guys are, you know, not really blessing the like button. What's wrong? We got a lot of haters watching. We're the real supporters. Get them likes up, man. Make it make sense.
What the is this?
Power to the people. I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong from the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. I want to address a couple things. Thing number one, see a lot of people are asking why the Black Panthers are going up against ICE for the immigrants. Well, I want to tell you something. The Black Panther Party is not a black nationalist organization. The new Black Panther Party might be. I'm not sure. The Revolutionary Black Panther Party might be. Any of these variations of Black Panther parties might be. But the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, the one that Huey Newton started with Bobby Seale, is an internationalist organization that stands as allies with oppressed people no matter what their ethnic background is, no matter what their cultural background is.
When are black people going to stop fighting for black immigrants who does not respect us and our lineage? You guys are really out there in Minnesota fighting against ICE agents and shouting against ICE agents for immigrants who are on TikTok every day disrespecting us, saying that we like fried chicken, we have nothing, as if they know every black American in the world. My thing is, I love the fact that the black
Yo, we love we love fried chicken.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Black Panthers are out there fighting for what they think is right. But do you not understand that these people does not like us? Do you not understand that the Democrats are fighting for immigrants way more than they are fighting for black Americans? That is why most of us now are Republicans. And if you think about it, and if you go back into history, there were black Republicans. You know, the Democrats were the KKK. The black Republicans were anti-slavery. So do your research. I'm a Republican for that reason.
And just open-ended, any comments you want to give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation.
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, you know, everybody say her name, Renee.
Renee.
Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing. And they're not going to stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're going to get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because a revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice, you don't want no confrontation. Look, Huey P. Newton said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one, you know? So, and people worried about people being scared of them. Huey P. Newton also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here. Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us, now that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify and arm yourself and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power.
Everyone in the United States is raving right now because the Black Panthers with the self-defense group just came out to the ICE protests with guns, straight up guns strapped up all over them, ready for war pretty much. And everyone that is not black is like, oh my God, yeah, the Black Panthers. And like, I've seen a couple black
Somebody said they got
really
permission. Hold on. Ellie Smith said they actually had permission from the original Panthers, brother Emory Douglas, out of Oakland, California, man. Well, if they did, that's a major problem, because fighting for immigrants and non-FBA people is a major problem. If you don't believe me, just study history and you will find out for yourself, right?
about it. But I don't know if this is just me, but I'm not really that happy about it. I'm just so tired of it having to be us, that it has to always be us that come out, you know, to like save their fucking guns. You guys hold guns every day, all year long, in hospitals, in schools, in fucking movie theaters and concerts. You bring your guns everywhere except for where it matters. But of course, leave it to the black people. Leave it to the black people who get caught with a water gun at the age of 3 years old and get shot dead by police on their own lawns to go outside with real guns protesting against the most corrupt police in the Western world.
Panthers are a cosplay organization. They get their vest on.
First, where did the Black Panthers come from? Like, this is not your fight. It's crazy work. Like, you need to pick and choose your battles. You over here fighting somebody else's fight. It's not your fight, man. Crazy work.
In our freaking system. The state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off, thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump, they want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my...
Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is ICE. This is ICE, ladies and gentlemen. Where did they find these people?
I be trying to laugh with the bros. I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Let's go back into the content.
You know what I'm saying? They grab a gun and they go out and they march in formation, but they've never actually completed a task for us that we've needed them to complete. I'm not talking about all these little liberal tasks that they be doing, tasks that help everybody. I'm talking about getting things done for us. Khalid Muhammad went out and physically fought the KKK in the streets. The Black Panthers weren't there, and they ain't been there. Don't come to me with this Fred Hampton nonsense. He's also not here. So in between the time that he's been gone and now, what have they been doing? Nothing but cosplaying. The Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something about a Rainbow Coalition. Every time black people coalesce to get something done, every time we come together and we're like, yeah, man, put our heads together, we ready to crack, we got to include somebody. And what happens besides us getting watered down? What happens? The movement gets destroyed, infiltrated by feds, and they always come through that pipeline, through the coalition pipeline. And you know who's responsible for that? The Black Panthers. I don't care who don't like what I'm saying, because you ain't also busting no grapes, so shut up. I'm sick of cosplayers coming out here and acting like they finna do something. Ain't none of y'all been on real shit since never. Y'all saw people get beat up on Edmund whatever bridge, and ever since then, you've just been getting the backs kicked in,
And listen, man, we're going to keep the language PG-13, you know, so we learn from our mistakes. What we did on Red Supreme TV 1, we will not do on King Supreme TV. You got to learn if you want to make progress moving forward. Make sure that you bless the like button. It ain't nothing. King Supreme, subscribe to the channel in a major way.
Not one of y'all, and the ones who do end up getting locked up. We go to prison. That's where we go, to prison. We get locked up. See this frustration, man. It's like, I came out of the gate screaming, ready to move, only to have to fight off hordes of non-brothers and sisters, people who wasn't even connected to the black struggle, who wasn't even connected to black anything. I had to beat all them off with a stick just to have a conversation. Just to have a solo conversation with another black person. Every time we get ready to start with Khalid Muhammad again, what'd he say? They always got to be in a room. Whenever we come together, somebody else got to be in the room listening. I'm sick of it. Watching the black, you know, I've been like keeping my mouth closed on race stuff, on all this
Freaky frog.
Just because it's a lot of stress on the heart. But this right here, seeing this, whoever, this Black Panther organization and this whoever, y'all couldn't even put a brother with dreads up? Y'all couldn't have put the blackest man, blackest knight up to say all that weird shit? You had to put that guy up? That they're not actually a black organization. When communities from down south or infiltrating black communities and dismantling us, no Black Panther was to be found. None of these people were to be found. The only people who came out and said something were the community and black nationalists. And you already know what they say about us black nationalists, how they treat us. You destroy the only true defense force you have and replace it with these Rainbow Coalition wannabe pretending ass cosplayers. No black.
Dig that right there. Come on, black people. We got to do better. We got to stop letting people
Americans into a fight we never signed up for. Not a meeting, not a strategy session, not even a group chat, a fight. And they do it like we're the nation's emergency moral responders. Like whenever something goes left, black folks are supposed to suit up, show up, and save the day with our bodies, our voices, and our lives. That's exactly what happened with this Renee Good situation. White activist in Minneapolis, heavy into anti-ICE work, gets killed by an ICE agent. Tragic, serious, worth investigating. But before the facts even settle, before the dust clears, here comes the Philadelphia Black Panther Party in full costume, beret tight, rifles out, talking about how they would have protected her, how they would have prevented harm, how they were ready to stand guard. And just like that,
you notice there ain't nobody talking about that brother in Los Angeles, the Northridge area, who got unalived by that ICE agent. Nobody's talking about this, right? How come the Black Panther parties ain't talking about that brother? I did a story on it.
God was coming. It was coming through. People watching my stuff.
We the Gaga Jew.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Ladies and gentlemen, come on now.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
They're ridiculous. It is what it is.
About a Black Panther. All power to the people, though.
Let's be honest though, Renee Good was moving in ways most black people cannot. She confronted ICE directly, blocked vehicles, escalated situations. Black folks don't get to do that and walk away. We don't get the benefit of the doubt. We get the benefit of the bullet. That's not just my opinion. This is a well-record American history. So when these new age so-called Black Panthers appear out of nowhere and say, if we were there, nobody would have gotten touched, what they really mean is we're willing to put black bodies between white activists and the state. And that's a wild promise to make on our behalf. Because if black people behaved the way Renee did, we wouldn't be having debates. We'll be planning funerals.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you that when I put a hole in their chest the size of a window, safe line.
Wow, all facts. We would not be planning debates. Would we be planning? We would be planning funerals. So yeah, the double standard definitely is there. Stopping your car in the middle of a vehicle in front of a government agent. If that was a black folk, come on now. Y'all can barely walk outside your front doors. And y'all pay rent.
Player safe line replace. That's what's gonna happen. They touch me. A woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Put a condom. The Black Panther Party shells shoot out of a pump. They shoot them rapidly.
So the crisis actors are out, family. Again, the crisis actors are coming out. They see that we're not coming out. They see we're not protesting. They see we staying home. Black Americans staying home. They're minding their business. So what they're gonna do is have the crisis actor or cosplayers come and use our plight, our Black Panther plight, to come and cosplay as us. This is how badly they want us to go out there, right? And so not only are they using that plight, they doing everything that's against the Black Panthers. This is nothing like the Black Panthers of the old. Members of the original Black Panther Party have long insisted that the newer party is illegitimate, with many declaring there is no new Black Panther Party. The original Panthers, founded in 1960 by Huey Newton and Bobby Seale, dissolved in 1982. The quote-unquote new Black Panther Party, allegedly, again, this is not just saying alleged, founded in the 1990s, the NBPP has been widely criticized as a separate extremist organization, with the Southern Poverty Law Center and other organizations designated as an H group. Original Panthers argue that the NBPP has discarded their original. We're gonna, I guess, the original idea, original ideology, right? Original BPP in America. The original Black Panther Party was a revolutionary organization that sought to change American society fundamentally rather than simply separating from it. They advocated for community control, and their 10-point program demanded decent housing, education, and the end to police brutality, often focusing on the right of Black Americans as residents of the United States. So this was us centralizing on ourselves. They're not going out there for no other group, especially for no white, respectfully, for no white teen woman that got, right? So what are they doing over there? But let's keep it going. The distinction between the original 1960s era Black Panther Party.
No disrespect, ladies and gentlemen, but the Black Panthers, the original Black Panthers, do you think they would go in the field for a white woman? Like, seriously. It's called the Black Panthers.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
And the new Black Panther Party is a point of contention often highlighted by surviving original members who maintain that the two organizations had completely different ideologies and goals. Of course, there's links to this family, but I don't have time to click the links. I know this is AI over, but there's links to this. My point is, these people are not Black Americans. These people, I don't know who these people are. I don't know who this new Black Panther Party is. It's got nothing to do with the original Black Panther. Everything they're doing is against the Black Panther Party.
But here's where it gets even more bizarre. Birdsong is on camera bragging about using his own money to feed struggling Black folks.
This is crazy. We're going to read out the cash apps, man. Shout out to Tammy Jackson for blessing.
Will give us our own land to build our own nation.
What is your name and what is the...
I'm the official Grandmaster J. I created the NFAC.
All right, and how long have the organization been in existence?
We don't give that information out. Just how we'll tell you this, we're all ex-military. We're all very disciplined. We're all expert shooters. We don't want to talk no more. We don't want to negotiate. We don't want to sing songs. We don't bring signs to a gunfight. We're an eye for an eye organization. So when they decide to act right, we'll decide to act right. And we do.
He was the guy that had this quote-unquote militia called Infect. Infect stand for not fucking
Please,
around.
man, if you're watching King Supreme, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and bless that like button. I appreciate you all. We gonna run for this white woman.
Serial number down for. Why he need all that for? It's just a protest. Turns out, dude was a Fed. I believe he was a Fed. People say, well, he's in jail. Well, why we haven't heard from him? He ain't send no words of encouragement to the people.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Yo, where do they find these people? This is the Black Panthers, the modern day Black Panthers?
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Crazy work.
Nobody in his family said something that he doing all right. Then, in case in point, that dude named Oso in Orlando that unalived that police officer a couple years. I think his name was Oso or something. He unalived a police officer a couple years ago. Well, when he was on the run, he ran to one of the compounds of Infect. And somebody told on him, leaked the information, told him where he was. But keep in mind, that dude Grandmaster J was a Fed anyway. He was a
Fed anyway. Right. Shout out to bro right here for giving that knowledge and information.
Agent anyway. So he probably already told, he probably ran over here. He over there somewhere. Or he probably contacted somebody that run that compound or that land where they found Oso with that unalived that police officer. Tell him, man. So I'm happy Black people ain't falling for this fake Black Panther dude. It was funny when I first saw it. So I had to listen to different takes of people. Because I was trying to make sure, like, I hope these niggas ain't finna fall for this Black Panther guy like they fell for this other dude, Grandmaster J. But anyway, y'all be safe and y'all have a good one.
With the Black Immigrant Party, when you have more YT people excited about you than the community that the original Black Panthers began in terms of trying to support and fight, then you know you done fucked up. Like, you know you're not on mission, you're not on code, you're not fighting for your ethnic group anymore. You're fighting for the people who are happy to see you. When you have more YT people, I'm about to show this in a second. Look, watch this.
He's an infamous source that you're black again.
Get the likes up, man.
Let me get the band going fast.
So that when you go on the Black Panthers post and the most people celebrating them are YC people. That means they've lost sight of they've been infiltrated and they've lost sight of where the grassroots movement is and where the people are. The people are the ethnic Black Americans. That's what the Black Panthers originated fighting and start for. You guys want to be like, oh, well, they had all these other groups, but they had these other groups. They named the other groups, and the other groups were responsible for fighting for their own communities. The issue that is number one, these people were kind of quiet for a while. They were posting, but all of a sudden they blew up as soon as this YT woman gets unalive. But there's police brutality happening in all of our ethnic Black American communities.
Right, there's been police brutality happening all across the country. Where was these so-called Black Panthers? But you show up for a white woman, and I'm pretty sure that a white woman has no allegiance or alliance to FBA policies or what goes on in the FBA community. She could care less. But you show up for this white tea woman, but you don't show up for the Black brother who got unalived in Northridge. Listen, man, there was a Black man in Los Angeles who just got unalived by ICE agents during New Year's. I haven't heard the Black Panther Party say a word about that situation.
So many things that we need in our own communities, and yet their main focus and their main objective right now, and where they're getting their highlights and where they're like really gung-ho about, is ICE. How come you don't have the Young Lords going out there for ICE? How come you don't have the Yellow Peril going out there for ICE? How come you don't have other groups that the Black Panthers have set up going out to support their people? So YT people are so excited to see him because they're like, oh, now we won't have to be Renee Good anymore. Now we don't have to be scared, because what it is, everybody's scared. Everybody's scared. And everybody's cowards. And they don't want to do anything. And before, when we used to fight, it was we were violent and we were criminals and we were all this stuff. And so now that they're realizing we don't fight, they have to man up or woman up, and they're getting unalived. So now they don't want that. They want us to get unalived. So they want to send us out there. And here comes this Caribbean, second generation Caribbean immigrant, like, oh, wow, we'll do it. Let's sign everybody up. Let's sign everybody up. So all of a sudden you're starting to recruit. You're starting to recruit. Ethnic Black Americans, don't you dare send your children out to recruit for these people. This is a Democratic operative, or I don't know what it is, but it's not right. I don't even understand how he got 78,000 followers and he's only been posting since like April of last year. And maybe the Black Panther Party is just that lit, but
they're not that lit, man. You got a lot of gullible people out there. That's why he got all those followers.
I just am going to be very suspicious if majority of the people celebrating this are YT people. And then after YT people, it's Hispanics. And then they're recruiting nationwide. Y'all better wake up. Like, they are really trying to infiltrate, and they are really trying to create, like, they really are trying to drag us into something that we are not a part of. We have nothing to do with ICE. They need to stand up. Hispanics, Asians, Caribbean people, Africans who are getting deported by ICE, they're people who
Listen, man, Africans, man, we don't have nothing to do with that, because Africans don't fight for anything that benefit foundational Black Americans. None of these immigrant groups do. And we don't need them to. We need to focus on our issues and our issues only. We ain't got no damn business caping for these immigrants who are anti-Black in the first place. You know what I mean? Even Black immigrants got issues with foundational Black Americans. So no, we're not caping for any of these people. This is not about hate. It's all about waking our people up and doing what's best for us. When the Asians fought for that, when the Asians got that hate crime bill, they were thinking about what was best for them. They wasn't thinking about all minorities and people of color. Asians were only thinking about themselves. That's why they got that hate crime bill, to protect Asians.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Unify, educate, demonstrate, liberate.
I be trying to laugh with the bros.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your take in the comment section. If you think ICE is justified, if you think Black Panthers are justified to be fighting ICE, fighting somebody else's battles. Now, I understand we are living in a new day and age, but it's called the Black Panthers. It's not called the police. So, and then as well, they made a good point in this video. All the police injustice, all the bloodshed, but now you want to jump out the woodwork for, respectfully, Renee Good. Respectfully, she's gone, but that's just some crazy work. I don't know if it looks like a duck, quack like a duck, it's a duck. So there's something that's going on. I think they're getting paid to do this, and it's some nasty work. But ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button if you are in the building. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Also subscribe to this platform so you will be notified when I do go live. And take care of yourself. If you don't, who is?
In love with the game. Y'all don't respect the game.